And we are back in the building. Episode 153. Tell me your problems. It is 5 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon in Belgium. So, welcome to all of the beautiful people who are allowed to come in the chat and ask the Viking anything that you may or may not want to know. What's up, Shannon? How you doing? How you doing, Otilis Sapura? That's a beautiful name. All right, let's get straight to it without further ado. I'll give you a little medical update. Um, I the metal plate that is under my tissue right here, so I have a metal plate holding everything together, is about to pierce through my skin. So this is bad news, obviously. And it looks like the bone that they put there has not become strong enough yet to carry the load by itself. So long story short, I'm fucked. But still smiling, still positive. One day at a time. We will deal with that when it gets there. You look smooth today. Thank you, man. I must say I do look quite angelic. Maybe it's just me. Under the face, facing great adversity, you have to keep smiling, keep laughing, and never get down to yourself. What's up, Elizabeth? What's up, Brigade? Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this live about me. It's about you guys. That's why I'm doing this. So, without further ado, don't hold back and tell me your problems, and I'll chime in the way I like to do. Do you like abstract portraits? Mm, yeah, why not? I don't mind them. I don't mind them. So yeah, speaking, my surgeon just called me and said like, there's not much we can do. We're just gonna have to wait until the metal pierces through. So it's right here in this corner. The metal is pushing through. So we're gonna cross that bridge when we get there, and then we'll figure it out. It is starting to dawn on me, however, that I'm probably never gonna get bottom teeth. There's just not enough space. I am going to physiotherapy every single day now to try and get my mouth to open up wider because it's just very hard for me to open it up. It's always going shut. So this is the widest I can open it. Uh, and that hurts like crazy to do that. Like you wouldn't believe. If I do that for 10 seconds, the tears come down my eyes. So I go to a physiotherapist who basically lays me down and just pulls down this part with his two hands so we can stretch the muscle and gain some millimeters. Oh, the least. You really motivate me, Lorenz. I'm 52 years old. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I like to read books online. What are your thoughts on offline? Whatever floats your boat, man. Reading is good. If you like to read online, then that works. If you like to read offline, that works too. Just read. Reading is better than watching Netflix and social media all day. I just want to say I love this color. I absolutely love this color of this sweater. Just want to put that out there. Would not wish this stuff on my worst enemy, man. Because every time I have to stretch over my mouth, I get headaches like crazy too. So yeah, a lot of pain currently. But again, it is what it is. You've done well without your bottom teeth so far. If you don't get them, you will be just as handsome. Said with the utmost of respect for Katya. Thank you, Adelaide. That's very kind of you. Where did the name Wounded Viking come from? Basically, it all stems from the whole philosophy that I always talk about of living your life as if it is a video game and just turning yourself into a video game character. So people would always tell me that I look like a Viking. So I took that and ran with it. I decided and I figured out that my facial features, my muscles, my length, my skin tone, my scar lend themselves very well for me to look like a Viking. So I feel like I turned myself into like a superhero in order for me to be stronger and in order for me to be more equipped to face with the adversity that I daily face and the uncertainty of my health. And that's it basically. I went with Viking because that's the closest thing that I resemble. I could have went with samurai, but I'm not Asian, so that would be weird. Anyone ever think it's funny how the last samurai starred Tom Cruise? That's crazy, right? Callum, I don't know if you remember me. Of course I do, man. You were talking about your daughter yesterday, who you have to take care of with your mom. I don't remember. I don't forget that quick. Thank you for what you said. We spoke about the difficulty of my daughter's severe disability. Yeah, man, I know. What's up, Jack? You polite. Do you have any tips for a person who simply can't seem to stick to a schedule? Um, don't keep a schedule. Just put like throw like have like one big goal per day, like one thing that you absolutely have to get done. Start with that. If you can do that for a couple of weeks, then you can move towards two goals, two things you have to get done. But just start with one, man. Start slow. For example, just make it your one goal to go to school or to get to the gym or to cook twice a day. Technically, those would be two goals, but you know what I'm saying. I would stay in chat. I have heaps to talk about, but I got some housework to do. Go take care of that, my man. Go take care of that. Very important question. Ranch or blue cheese? Cheddar cheese. I'm 18 and I lower back pains when I'm studying for a long time. What to do? You need to work on your core strength and work on your posture. So I would advise you to start doing deadlifts, squats, pull-ups. Your lower back is hurting because it's too weak. Also, running is a great exercise if you don't want to lift weights to strengthen the lower back. That's what's happening, man. It's too weak. That's why it hurts. You have to train it, make it stronger. What's up, Nurse? I'm in such a funk these days. I cannot seem to come out of it. I'm starting to lose my self confidence. I look for it every day. Odalise, I'm sorry to hear that. I would recommend you in terms of finding your self confidence is keep it easy. Like, what is something that you have been good at your entire life? Go back to that. That's what I do with the gym. I always go back to what I'm good at and I build on that, kind of remind myself of the things that I'm good at. And then the extra confidence comes with time. I got only dumbbells. Well, you can still do deadlifts with dumbbells. Just Google like deadlift with dumbbell. You'll see it. You can do it. Lady R, I'm somewhat new to your channel. I appreciate all that you do here, and I appreciate you being here, lady. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love from Portugal. Hey, what's up, Portugal? If I want to move to Portugal, where should I move? Should I go to Lisbon? Lisboa? Have you ever got angry with somebody who stares at you in public? Yeah, for sure it's happened. Like not recently, but the first couple of years when I went out and get got drunk or one time I was very much under the influence. Let's put it like that. And yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember at a festival going up to people like wanting to fight them for staring at me. Because I used to drink a lot and go out a lot. Like this is like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And I would get aggressive, man. I was like a bad drunk, and I would be very like aggressive. And then yeah, I would be like, if people were staring at me, I would walk up to them and be like, "You want to take a fucking picture?" And I'll get in their face, and that would be it. They would get scared, rightfully so. But those days are behind me, man. You can't fight the world. You can't do that. It doesn't. You don't gain anything from that. You just feel more shitty. And a banana. I'm going on a romantic weekend with my man this weekend. My mental health is a mess, and I don't feel like going at all. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it by being sad. Well, and a banana. This is a tricky one because a lot of people would tell you like, mental health comes first, stay home, la, 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 la. But I do wanna like, keep in mind that probably you're just getting nervous and your mental health is sabotaging you. But once you're there, it would actually give you some much sought after relief. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you should just persist, just push through it. I know it's not easy. Go anyway. And then you will likely find that you will say, thank God I went, because staying at home, being cooped up at home rarely helps when it comes to those things. So I would actually still advise you to go because it's like if it's a romantic weekend, it's unlikely to suck. It's not going to give you stress. It's just going to be pleasure. So I would go for it. How are you wounded? Cancer, Shannon, cancer. Have you been to India? No, my friend. If you move to Portugal, you should go anywhere but Lisbon. It's too crowded and crazy and expensive. You want to live somewhere near Lisbon, but just a little outside so you have the benefits of both worlds. Policarpo, this is super interesting to me. You have my attention now. So please tell me more. It's too crazy and expensive. You mean like nightlife, drugs, tourists, people going out all the time, pissing everywhere, fighting at night, stuff like that? Sounds like Barcelona. Um, and which would be some good locations if I would want to live outside of Lisbon that is still close to it? This is interesting stuff, man. Tell me more. What do you think about NoFap? I mean, whatever floats your boat. Um, if I always prefer to say I don't think there's anything wrong with masturbation. I think porn is the issue. I would say no porn before I say no fat. You know, it'll probably be good for you. Thanks, hon. I've been putting off packing my bag. I'm gonna pack it right now. Go for it, Anna the Nana. Go have fun. Have the glass of champagne in my honor. Tell your boyfriend to sub and hit the like button. Stop playing with me. Brigade. It's hard to talk to anyone, even friends and family. I don't know why. I always feel guilty for some reason. Talk here, man. Talk. We're listening. This is live and direct. It's not a green screen. It's not CGI. I'm here, man. So whatever you want to share, share it, man. No one's gonna judge you. I'm gonna tell you something cool, right? This morning I had a client that I've been working with for more than 2 years. One of my clients from the States. He hit me up with this huge letter on WhatsApp because I use WhatsApp to talk to my clients in between video calls. And this guy has been struggling with addiction and a bunch of other stuff. And he just found out, he just let me know this morning that he found out he's actually bisexual. And it explains so much of his, destructive, self harming behavior. And you don't know how proud that made me to have helped him to reach that conclusion, that like, because for a lot of guys, imagine like there are still a lot of gay guys out there that just the thought of like liking another guy just like makes them angry, But then sometimes their instincts will kind of like tell them like that they're attracted to a guy, but they'll be like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm going crazy. So they'll just use drugs and stuff to like kill that voice. But they're those demons, man. There's nothing worse than denying your sexuality, I think. Well, I'm not gay myself, but I can imagine that it's very hard because you're just living somebody else's life. I'm from Belgium, Shannon. Belgium? What's expensive is mostly the houses and rents. If you want to live there, you'll be paying 3 times what you would pay somewhere else. But nightlife only exists there. Anywhere else, you can't do shit. Portugal is a small country. Hmm. But so if I wanna move outside of Lisbon, then I'm not gonna have nightlife. Not even like some nice chill lounge bars. I'm not trying to club my ass off, but I do want to go out and have a good time. Almada, Barreiro, Montigo, or Alcachote. Alcochete. Hmm. You have a very snooting voice. Listening to you is like a podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Yupili. Appreciate that. Can you believe that I used to actually be self conscious about my voice growing up? This used to be one of my insecurities. I would feel like it wasn't a good voice. It wasn't deep enough, not manly enough. And now people telling me I got a nice voice. Oh, how the tables have turned. I'm always inside. I'm 17. I dropped out of school. I don't have a job. Well, you should probably go back to school, man. You should try to get a degree. Is it too late for that? Like, why did you drop out? Like, you can still go back, man. You still got a whole bunch of time. I agree to the podcast thing. I got this in my background right now, just hearing positive stuff. Oh, that's so nice, Anna Banana. So happy to hear that. Through don't feel guilty. Talking to one's families is much harder than people realize. Families low key suck. Let's be honest. No one can make you feel more shitty than your family, man. Like for me as well, like I got this platform, I got 55,000 plus subscribers. I get messages, emails every day, people telling me how great I am and how I impact their life in a positive way. To my family, I'm a bum. They're like, you're still doing that YouTube thing. They don't take it serious at all. They don't respect it at all. They think it's like some bullshit thing. Like they don't see the value at all. It's always like that, man. It's always like that. It'll be the ones closest to you that'll have the least respect for you and these type of things. Also your friends, like it's a real thing. When people grow up at you, they kind of believe and think that they put themselves in the same category as you because you grew up together. And then when you do something crazy or outlandish or ambitious, they're like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. You're just like me. Stay down here with me." It's like, oh, you know how that works. Australia's COVIDs are still pretty bad. I can't go back. But what do you mean? You dropped out of school because of COVID? That doesn't make sense, man. And I'm sure you can still people go get their high school degree when they're like 30 years old, man. You can still do it. You can still go back. Listen, man, think this one through for a second. You don't have a high school degree. It doesn't sound like you're the most stable person. The job market is not going to cut it for you. Like, I would advise you to get back to school, man. Try to get a high school degree and try to get into community college or something like that. And if that's not the case, I would advise you to go work on boats, man. Make some money on drilling platforms and live your life like that. But that's the type of job that you're going to be looking at if you're not going to have the degree. You're going to be out of sea, out in the ocean for 6 weeks, and then you'll be home for 6 weeks. Mm, I wouldn't want to do it, but get that degree. You got this. Exactamundo. Get that degree, boy. Life is hard. College isn't everything. No, of course. I'll be the one. I'll be the first one to agree with that. That college isn't everything, but at the same time, you have to look at the college isn't everything if you have a very strong sense of direction. If you know what you're good at, if you know where you're going. I think college has its purpose for those people who just don't know what they're doing at all. You know what I mean? But if you know what you want to do and you're convinced, and just do it, then you don't need college. But for people like him who are kind of floating around, floating through life, college could be good. Also for the social factor, to get to know your peers and to have people around you that are also like. I think the most valuable thing about college is just the social like experience. I'm trying to forgive myself for putting so much pressure on myself to be perfect, putting so much pressure on myself for everyone was taking a toll on my health. It caused my anxiety. Don't try to forgive yourself. Just understand that it's already gone, whether you forgive yourself or not. Like those times are not coming back. Live in the now, Tracy. Understand that you can sit and wallow in self pity all day. The universe doesn't care. Nobody cares. And you're just like stretching out the process and, needlessly. You can just decide to be a different person today. Leave all that stuff in the past. What's up, Dirk? All I do is work and work out. Sounds like me, man. That's all I do as well. I work out, I work, I do my lives, I coach my clients, I write in my book, and I stay low key, man. I'm low key. I don't. I find myself becoming more antisocial with the years because people don't got shit to say. Like it's just true. I went on a weekend a couple of weeks ago with like my childhood best friends, and they're great guys, and I love them, but in terms of like conversations and like the stuff we talked about, It's pretty, simple shit. Nothing that really like scratches my itch to go deep. When you're a guy like when you like to not to sound like I'm fucking, you know, Socrates over here, but when you think about life, I like to observe, I like to think, I like to look and just watch and, you know, marinate, let things marinate. But most people don't. They're like chickens. They're just like, you know, plucking at the ground to see if they can eat it or not. There's no purpose. And me, I like to go deep, and that's a rare thing, man. They are coming, Dirk. If you're near listen, wait, I'm trying to get my health back. I'm trying to get back to how it once was. I was happy before, trying to be perfect toward other people. Look, how it once was is never coming back because that's in the past and this is the now. So just try to be the best you can be today, Tracy. Trade school kind of puts you in a direction too, do you think? Sure. I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by trade school, but yeah. Policarpo. If you're near Lisbon, outside Lisbon, in one of those places I mentioned, there's a couple of nice spots you can chill in, but I'm not the guy to point where they're out, where they are. I'm a bit of the house man. Okay. Thank you for the information, man. Brigade. It's very hard to do anything for myself. I know it sounds childish, but my autism is I don't like people because they don't like me. But why does it have to be with people? Like there also is a scenario in which you just try to better yourself without constantly interacting with people. Like that you can just be a happy loner. There is nothing wrong with that. Why are you forcing this personality upon yourself? About to fail an exam, feeling very demoralized right now. Abdullah Aftab, well, this can still have value if you can teach, if you can learn a lesson. Next time you need to study harder, man. You need to get on your shit or you're going to keep failing. So let at least let this be a lesson so it wasn't in vain that you failed. But it's your responsibility to study. You're a big motivation for me. Thank you, Carla Nagani. I appreciate that, girl. It's a beautiful name. One of my exes was called Carla. She was beautiful too. Crazy as fuck, though. Monique, I had to suddenly leave my home in North Carolina, come to Michigan to stay with my aunt and uncle, lest I die from a seizure or my other ailments. Damn. Sorry to hear that, Monique. How are you finding it in Michigan? Isn't it cold over there? Bro, are you married? No, not married. Most people surround themselves with people to block out the insecurities with noise. Yeah, you don't need that. Like, you really don't need other people like that. Monique, it's only temporary. I'm not well enough to be alone or do much physically. I cannot go back to North Carolina to live. Well, Monique, thank God you still have your family to look after you. So I'm very happy to see that. Hey guys, we got 25 people in here. Let's hit some thumbs up. Let's get at least 22 thumbs up in here. Also, I am still taking on new clients for my private coaching. In my coaching, what I offer is advice and therapy and counseling and mentorship through video calls. So I do this with you in private twice a week. And then I also talk to you daily through WhatsApp. So if you're looking to get in touch with me about that, this right here is my email. And you can reach out to me and we can discuss my turns and potentially work together. That's it. Sorry, Wounded Viking. What I meant regarding trade school is that they focus specifically on a particular occupation. I got you. Bro, what subject did you take in college? I studied trade and so I'll take you to I'll take it through my high school career. I initially started in Latin. Latin was like the highest thing you could do in our high school in Belgium. So I did Latin for 2 years. So that's like we actually had to learn how to speak Latin, which is a literal dead language. But I thought it was cool. And my brother and sister both had done Latin as well. They're both smart as hell. So I was like, yeah, I got to do the same shit, I guess. But then I started, becoming a bad student, and I had to go lower, and then I went to uh, uh, math and economics. That's what it was called. And then from there again, I flunked, and I had to go to economics languages. And then I flunked again, and then I had to go to trade. And that's when I said, all right, this is low enough. I'm going to actually stay here. So then I finished high school with a trade degree. And then I actually went to college to study communication management and public relations. I got that, and then after that, I did a master's degree. So I got a bachelor's degree. Sorry, didn't mention a bachelor's degree, and then I got a master's degree in international business management. But yeah, I wish I would have studied psychology. All that stuff was kind of useless. Policarpo. I feel like once you find your purpose, you can only have meaningful relationships with people who are on a similar path. Yeah, you just realize that most people don't got shit to say and are just like most things in life are a waste of time. There's only a few things. You only need to find a few things that are like that you enjoy. And less is more. Like less is more. If you don't go out that much, the times you do go out, you'll appreciate it a lot more. If you don't talk to people all the time, la, 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 the times you do talk, mean a lot more. They have a lot more significance. Fred Flintstone. I feel like I ruined a date with a girl. I texted her a couple of days after. She hasn't responded. Is it okay if I call her and leave a voicemail just telling her some stuff about my anxiety? No, don't. If she's not answering, don't go the whole mental health route. Freddie boy, if she hasn't responded, got to let it be, man. Let it be. Let it be. Let her go. She knows what she's doing. If she was into you, she would text you back. She would call you back. Doesn't sound like she deserves your attention. It sounds like she's made her choice, and that choice does not include you. So understand that you will have 20 more girls after her, and she's not the one. This is not a movie. You'll be fine. Just don't fixate on her anymore because you're only going to end up more depressed and sad and feeling rejected. Chalk it up to the game and be proud of yourself for actually having the balls to go out there and date. There's a lot of guys who don't have the balls to do that. I love fall. It's always been my favorite season. It is nice and moody. I appreciate that too. Monique, you're welcome. How can I tell you my problem? Shall I write it here? Yes, Sabine. Well, that's the only way we can do it, right? Since I can't hear you. Maybe you should adopt a child. Who, me? Kieran, let me tell you something, man. Something I considered one of my biggest achievements is making it to 33 without having a kid. So I ain't trying to adopt nothing, playboy. I've always been forced to be like everyone else. I feel alone. All right, well, the year 17 now is soon to be 18. So guess what? You're going to be an adult, and life can be what you want it to be. So you can continue to wallow in self pity and blame your parents, your family, your toxic environment, or you can say, hey, been there, done that. Now let's focus on the positives and turn this shit around. So, what do you want to do? That's up to you. Just wanted to know, how are you? I'm all right. I'm decent. You know, I got some shitty health news. What I discussed earlier in this live. Again, uncertainty. Again, a lot of pain. Like I said, in my jaw. Daily physiotherapy, which hurts like a motherfucker. Um, hey, Monique. That is so awesome that you decided to become a member and join the Viking infantry. You made my day with that, girl. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, not that great, but hey, could be worse. I'm still looking good. I still had a great workout this morning. I got a lot of muscle, blonde hair, blue, greeny eyes. I'm writing a book. I have a beautiful community. Like I got a lot of shit to be grateful for, man. Look at this flat. Like I'm living good. So I want to know where I can go alone. Anywhere. Literally anywhere in the world you can go alone. Fall is a great season. I have my own blacksmithing, woodwork, art business, Village Blacksmiths. I'm interested in doing coaching with you. Wow, that is so fucking cool. You got a blacksmith art business? Monique, if you want to work with me, this is my email, all right? I need you to email me because I don't discuss, obviously, those things on here in public. So, Monique, send me an email. I can coach you. We can do this and we can do these video calls in private. And you can tell me what's happening and where your issues lie, and I will tell you what I think you should do. How is the weather there? It's coldish, chilly. The leaves are falling. The skies are gray. It's getting dark early. It is 4:25 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah, man, moody days in Belgium, moody days. Tomorrow I have one of my dear friends, Alex Alejandro, visiting me, Colombian guy that lives in Barcelona, and he's gonna check out Belgium for the first time. I invited him, and yeah, let's see. It's gonna be fun, but yeah, definitely moody days. A lot of people getting sick, getting the cold at this time of the year. So yeah, Fernando Maldonado, dude, you got a name. You should be like an opera singer, man. I took my realtor exam a month ago. I failed. I'm still studying. I don't want to give up on my goal. How can I be motivated, not worried about failing the exam? Fernando, you're a boss, man. You're making big moves. Like you need to fail in order to succeed. Like there's nothing to feel down about. Like what do you mean feel motivated? Just understand that when you're gonna be living in your beautiful house 10 years from now with your two cars and have all your you know luxury, understand that that came because you pushed through. The exam is made in order for weak people to not make it. So are you weak or are you strong? That's it, man. Tell me who you are. You gotta be honest with yourself about that. But just study harder, retake the exam, pass that shit, come back to my life, donate $50 and say thank you. You're welcome. Glad you're able to do what you love. Hang in there. You're very welcome. Glad to be part of the Viking Infantry. Yeah, Monique, send me an email, girl. Hit me up. Why do you think your life is pointless? Who thinks that? Do you have a girlfriend? Who? Why do you think that your life is pointless? Me? Did I say that? What do I do if I was 185 pounds last year? Ever since being with my girlfriend, I've gained 100 pounds. My girlfriend hits me and drinks a lot, but I can't leave her as I'm on the lease. Oh my God. Listen, man. If your girlfriend is hitting you, you need to get the fuck out of there. Don't be that guy that gets stabbed to death by his psycho girlfriend. Really, man, get the fuck out. I don't care about the money. Money comes, money goes, but your mental health and your physical health is too precious. Leave. This is the best advice someone will ever give you. I repeat, leave. Get the fuck out. Don't stay in an abusive relationship getting beat up by a chick. It's ridiculous. One of these days, you're going to hit her in the back. She's going to call the police, and your ass is going to go in jail. Going to go to jail. Predicting the future, though, man. You can still do something about it. Consider me a time traveler. Fernando, you're welcome, man. I have no one to talk to. 88, we're here, man. You keep saying that. Ah, Sabrine said her life is pointless. I missed that. I'm just not happy with it. It sucks. Hmm. I was driving and she got pissed and punched me square in the face. I can't leave. This is my home. The only thing I have in my name. What do I do? How do I get past this? You call the police. You file a report of her assaulting you. That's what the police is for, man. Like, even if they don't believe you, it has to be on record because this might go to court later, and then you can show the court like, look, 1 year ago I already filed against her, and then they didn't believe me. You need to think ahead, be strategic. Also, yeah, that like file a police report saying that she beat you. Trust me. Lady R, don't say sorry. We're all good. House looks cool. It's pretty nice, right? You like my plants? I'm actually thinking about redoing the whole place, so I'm gonna put the couch where the big table is and the big table where the couch is. Yeah, switch it up. I'm doing so much that's still not happy. Maybe because you're doing too much. Maybe you need to slow down. Oh, Israel. You're the motherfucking man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you a lot for your generous donation. That really means a lot to me. If anyone else wants to support the channel and likes this content and likes me coming on here and giving you my energy, you can always hit the dollar sign below the chat box. It allows you to make a donation to the channel, and it is greatly Appreciate it. They won't believe me. She said while she's drunk that they'll never believe me because you're black and I'm white. You live in a small town. Who do you think they're gonna believe? Dude, it sounds like that movie, the what's it called? That movie Get Out. Have you seen that one? Sounds like that's you. If you have it recorded on video, you already have evidence to show them that she is in fact indeed batshit crazy. Dude, you know what you need to do. You just need to like tell you, but come on, man. You obviously are intelligent enough to figure out that you have to get the fuck out. And like I said, man, call the cops on her ass. You already got video proof of her saying that. And I appreciate you, Monique. I appreciate you a lot. All right, guys. It looks like we are 35 minutes in. Brigade. Every day in the back of my head, there's a voice saying, I don't want to be here. Everything is an effort. Brigade. So why don't you try to do something extreme and just move to an entirely different country and start working as an English teacher? If you can speak English, you can literally get a job anywhere in Spain, Portugal. Um, yeah, like that. Move to Barcelona, man. I'm not kidding. Figure it out over there. Teach English. Go to Asia to teach English. That works as well. I'm scared, dude. I don't want her ruining my life. She's already ruining your life, though. Imagine she punches herself in the face and calls the cops. She's even gonna start her as to grab her gun and put it in her mouth and threaten to squeeze. If I leave her, I feel scared and trapped. So what is the alternative now, man? Stay with this psycho bitch? Come on, man. Like, yes, I understand that you're scared, but staying with her is not gonna solve anything. You're just perpetuating your own fear and your own like sheer terror that you're going through. You need to make a move, man. I'm telling you, you need to get the fuck out. It's gonna end really bad if you don't do that. So I know you feel scared and trapped, but you gotta man the fuck up and do something about it. Like call the cops, leave. I don't care about the house, man. Like go move in with your parents, your brother, anyone. Tell them it's a fucking emergency, explain the situation, and that's it. Gotta do it. Yeah, put some cameras, man. Film that shit, and then just go to the cops. Set her up. You're not setting her up. You're just capturing the crime on camera. No one will hire me. Well, if you want to be an English teacher, they will hire you because the only thing that you have to be good at is speaking English, which clearly you are. Brigade, at some point, you're going to have to push the first domino. Like, nothing is going to happen by you just sitting around waiting for shit to work itself out. Sorry, man. Doesn't work like that. You're going to have to do something. I think her mental issues are causing you so much stress. I'm gaining weight trying to take care of her and making sure I'm saying the right thing so she won't hit me or get angry. Dude, but look, it's established that she's crazy and that you are on the verge of having a stroke because you are just in a permanent state of shock and paranoia and fear and anxiety. That's established. I don't need more like examples of her evilness. What you don't seem to get is that the only person who can do something about it is you. All right. I can sit there and yell at you and do whatever, but when I close this live, I'm gonna go on with my life, and you're gonna be still there alone in the same shitty situation. You need to do something about it and get out of that situation, man, because this will be the death of you. I'm telling you. Do it. Tell your mom or dad about it. Get help externally. File a police report. I don't give a fuck about the house and the mortgage, whatever, man. Money comes and goes. You need to get out. You just want to complain about how crazy she is, but you're just missing the whole point. You need to get the fuck out. You should have never let it got this far, but it did. All right, cool, whatever. Now you need to get out. All right, guys. On that note, 40 minutes in, I think I've done my part here. One more time, if anyone is looking to hire me as their coach, you can find me at lorenz.dries@gmail.com. Send me an email and we can start working together and turn your life around. That's it. Thank you all for being here. If anyone has not hit the thumbs up yet, this would be a very good time to do so. And yeah, thank you again. Appreciate you all. Much love. Appreciate the. I agree with Winnie the Viking. It is gonna stink. It will hurt. It's called tough love. Believe it or not, you will be helping her. Well, she's a crazy fucking bitch. Is you as a coach expensive? Send me an email, Sabine. I don't discuss rates on here. Send me an email and we can work something out that goes for anyone. So, Brigade, good luck, my man. And understand that you need to push that first domino. Action trumps all. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to fall into your lap. I repeat, nothing is going to fall into your lap. You have to be the one to make the change. I love you guys. Be safe out there. It's a crazy world. Peace.